Hello everyone, Tanak here. Welcome to episode 32 of Building My Industrial Empire in EVE Online. We will start this week with the usual progress report. So if I go with Jeeve Asset, you can see that my own personal net worth is 14.6 billion. Toys R Us Guns R Us toy company is now worth 18.3 billion. Erica McBooby is now worth a billion. And the procurement division is a little less than a billion, for a grand total of 34.9 billion ISK. If we want to compare to next week, the progression wasn't as good as last week. Like I told you before, there is a little bit of lag in between, so we got a good week, but yeah, all in all, it's still a good week. I mean, we increased by 1.8 billion total. So my net worth dropped a little bit, and Erica raised a lot. It's because I transfer a billion from Tanak to Erica to build an incursion ship. Yes, Erica will be able to fly that incursion ship, so it's a starter sniper ship. Because I'm playing. With Tanak, I'm playing DPS, and I wanted to try something different, so Erica is spec for sniper. She will be able to fly that incursion ship starting next week, probably. It's a starter ship, so she doesn't have Tanak's skill, but at least when I'm war deck, I will still have a source of income after that. Well, a good source of income, because I do have other source of income, but nothing's as much money as incursion. Toy company progressed a lot. Procurement division dropped. This is because mainly the ore buyback program. So I'm buying ore in procurement division, switching it to toy company, and when I sell the complete ship, I inject cash back into procurement. So you can't really. You need to add the total of the two for it to make sense. So we still see good progression in that way. And now if I check the corp HR, toy company is now at 81 member, and procurement division is now at 81 member too. So we got 162 character, the two corp together. If I look at how active these people are, and people are, well, I would say people are a little more active in procurement than toy. We got, because it's a younger corp, so we do have, like, yeah, I have people that haven't plugged for a while though, but we still have at least, I would say, at least have the corp that is logging daily. And that's more on the procurement side. So all in all, we're getting, like, often we're over 30 people online. What else? Industrial operation. I told you last week that I was building a Providence. The Providence is finished, but I have been ghosted by the buyer. So I now have a Providence to sell, and no buyer. So what we did is we put it on contract in the neighboring ISEC, because contracts sell better in ISEC. So if you want to buy a Providence, we have one in Charm Route, not too expensive, 1.3 billion, which is a steal for a Providence. So if you want to buy it now. Aside from that, we got an Orca that is almost finished, that will go for sale. Our cash level is getting a little bit low because of that Providence that hasn't sold, and because we have like large ore supply at this time. We got like a stash of more than 2.5 billion in ore, so it's really a question of finding stuff that is worth producing. What else? This week we did start to mine more actively in Evangier. Avenger. It's, well, when I'm trying to read that, is the name sounds so French that in French it would be Evangier, and it really sounds like a French word, like if you look at it. But anyway, Avenger. So we did start to mine that system a lot more actively. Often we are the people occupying the system. We are getting a much better mining yield in that system than we are in ISAC, obviously. We had an operation where we mined an ore anomaly, and we were able to pull mining a good 25 million per hour. Each of the participants, so that was like a pretty good. So that's from the mining part. We have a current order for a Phoenix because we noticed something, and I'm surprised that nobody pointed it out in the comment, because I was under the impression, looking at the EVE University wiki, that you needed a player-owned station to build the dread. So you need, and you cannot do it in a right arrow, which is written. So I was expecting in my mind that, okay, you need an Asbel, but I learned this week that you can build a capital in a low-sec NPC station. So we can build a dread in our office in those stations here, which is changing our mindset a little bit, because it means that we can build a few dread before actually deploying the large station, which will change our firepower by a lot and our ability to defend it a lot. And it's also making an Asbel not the first priority, but probably the second priority after getting our Tatara to increase our refining yield to level that are, if not competitive, at least not too far behind nullsec. So we're probably going to push a Tatara before getting the Asbel, and so we got an order for a Phoenix, and we took the order because we're managing to build it still, even using an NPC station. Obviously, it's not as efficient, but we're building the component at our right arrow with the bonus. So all in all, we're still managing to do something, and it's the fun of building a combat capital. That's actually pretty cool, and that's the core project for Phoenix. And I have a little personal project that I'm doing on the side to build myself something nice to go play around. Aside from that, I have an announcement or something to do. I have access to a bunch of raw coal at a very competitive price that I'm acting as a reseller for somebody. So if you are interested in getting a raw coal, shoot me a mail in game, make me an offer. If it's reasonable, we're going to be competitive on the price. If you can grab them at Evangier, we're gonna. There's a way to give you a good price. So anyway, I'm selling Rorqual now. I'm a Rorqual reseller. We're not building them. It's just purely a trade operation. What else? Politics move a little bit this week. We acquired 2 Poco in ISEC, and we sold our Avenger Poco to the Weekend Scrawny. The reason we did that, there was a shift of balance in the system where Procurement is out had 5 POCO, and they transferred them to Shadow Cartel. So they had all their POCO, they had all the POCO except the one that we were owning, and we wanted to start using them. So part of the deal is that we are getting preferential tax rate on all those POCO, and we sold them the one that we own as part of the deal. So they got the POCO, so they get all the system, which is something that they like. We're getting a preferential tax rate at all those systems. So all in all, I think it's a win-win because they're getting a bunch of clients and we're getting a very competitive tax rate. And let's be honest, if Shadow Cartel wanted to take it, they are one notch above us, at least in the power balance. So we were not in a position where, I mean, for us, it's better to have access to all those planets than constantly fighting for just one POCO and having an high price at the other one. So all in all, I think it's a win-win for both corp. Would I prefer to have them all for my corp? Obviously, but I mean, part of politics is making the best of a situation and moving forward with that. So we're at that point now, and it's still we're happy with the result because it is giving us access to all those planets. So we're going to be able to do some extensive PI, because the other issue that we have, even with our own POCO, is that ISEC PI has an extra 10% tax from Concord that you can lower by 5%. But even if you own the POCO, you still have to have max skill in there, and you're still getting 5%. So you don't have that issue in low. So it is, even right now, it is better to use the Shadow Cartel POCO than use our own for us. So that's how it is. What else? We are getting, there's been a lot of progression on our PvP capability this week. We are more and more actively responding to fight, especially during our prime time. We had a point where somebody came and a group of 3 person came and ganked one of our miner. We fleed up, we got on voice comm, we fought them back, we killed 2 of them, and then one of their guy managed to kill a bunch of us because we didn't, it wasn't perfect execution. So we're still not perfect, but we're let's say we've been progressing a lot more and we're getting more organized, and a few of the members that are more experienced are stepping up to organize roam, to organize activity. And one of the best thing that happened this week, I'll show you from our Killboard, is we spotted a station that was low power. So one of our guy camped that station, placed bookmark all around. We just wanted to see if it was going to become like an abandoned state, and it slipped into abandoned state, and we had everything ready. So when it went into abandoned state, we had a fleet ready to take that station out. So you see that nice little kill. It was an abandoned station. We had some help from the initiative, but as you can see from the Killboard, it is mostly where's that station? Here. It is mostly Guns R Us. We got like some help from a few friends. What else? after that, a guy tried to ninja the loot, and our group managed to fight them off. So we eventually got even the loot from the station. So the corp made actually, well, not the corp, the member made a pretty decent profit out of that. The way we split the loot is when we have something like this is really one member that found and that managed the whole operation. So he is getting 50% of the loot. Each participant is getting one share of the rest, and the corp is getting one share. So let's say you have 9 member. Well, the one that let's say you got like 10 people that participate. The one that found the structure is getting half. The other 8 will get an equal share, and the corp will get an equal share to the other 8. So the corp made 130 mil in that, but each member that participate made the same amount, plus the guy that found it made about $1 billion. So all in all, it was a pretty lucrative cleanup operation of an abandoned structure. These are also, like, if you see, like, all our Killboard wall is not great, but it is getting better. We're 80%, 88% snuggly, 12% dangerous, but it is improving. This is a frigate Rome that another guy organized, so we just went with frigs and got out there and got shot. But it is still, it's just for fun and mostly to gain experience with people that are not that used to fight. So we're improving on that side, and we're pushing to continue to improve on that side, because it is as much as we want to be an industrial corp, and I will never say it enough, it is not possible to progress down the industrial path without either in-house fighting capability or a strong protector. Like if you're under a capital umbrella, of course you can progress. If you're a renter, you can progress. If you are striking it on your own, as long as you're an ISEC, you can probably avoid war, but as soon as you get into low sec, you will get into fight. You will. And even if you're a pretty good diplomat, and even if you're trying very hard not to antagonize people and negotiate, you will get into a situation where you have to fight. So you cannot ignore fighting in this game if you want to strike it out on your own. That's the conclusion that I've made so far managing this corp. And I would advise anybody that try to do the same as me, don't do the same mistake as me as ignoring PvP too long. Because even though the corp is progressing faster than me, I'm still kind of a PvP. I'm still not proficient, and most of the roam and most of the PvP activity happen when I'm at work, so I don't even get as much practice as the rest of the corp. It's okay, because I mean, I'm the CEO. They don't expect me to be there to fight, but still I want to be there. I want to be there, and I want to understand how this works, and this is the biggest Achilles heel. But we have identified a problem, we have put something in place, and we're moving forward at a good pace to actually changing the situation. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with the progress on that side. Do I have other thing to add to this? No, that's pretty much it for this week. It was like personally, I was a little less in game, but the corp progressed a lot. We also, also you see that the war with Black Flag ended. That war, whenever we're in war, it was limiting my action, so I cannot do incursion. So I was mostly focusing on running the corp, running the ore buyback program, moving mineral from place to place, starting build job. That war with Black Flag, I'm pretty happy because we gave them 0 kill, so they just wasted 100 mil, and that I was pretty proud of the discipline that the guys show in regard to that. So what to expect next week? Hopefully more ISEC Poco. We don't have any plan though, so most of the one that were available close by we have acquired. So the other one will need, if we want to keep progressing and keep expanding in that area, we're gonna have either to go further away, increase our scouting, or be more aggressive in negotiating them, or military operation. But that's not how I like to do things. I don't like to just basically attack somebody and take his stuff. It's just not my style. I prefer to negotiate first, but I really like Poco, so we'll see. No, anyway. Aside from that, hopefully we will be able to launch the job for the Phoenix. Hopefully we will sell that Providence that we have. So just checking the contract here. Providence. You can see it here in Charm Route here. So that's the one that we have for sale. Those one here that are less expensive than us, I heard there's coronavirus in there, so don't buy them. Buy the one in Charm Route. That's the one you should buy. The other one, they're not good. They're default of fabrication, and you're going to get a recall on that. So I would really suggest buying the one in Charm Route if you want to buy a Providence. I'm going to have an Orca for sale. I have Rorqual, so if you want Rorqual, you give me a call in game. We will hopefully step up a little bit our military operation, get even better, get more practice, get more fun. I hopefully I'll be able to do some incursion to pad my wallet a little bit to pay for that ship that I built for Erica. That's my own personal goal, and moving forward to my new toy that I'm building here. Where is it? The big secret. So for you here, I'm building myself a Moros. I'm still far from being able to fly it though, but and even for being able to build it, I need to get some skill there. But slowly, I'm building a part. I'm moving forward a little bit. I'm doing a little bit at a time. You need to have goal in there, and having a dread that I build myself is a pretty cool goal, I think. So that's it. If you have any comment, any question, any suggestion, feel free to tell me. If you want to discuss in game, just send me a mail. I'm always happy to talk with you guys, and see you guys next week. Bye bye.